Hello and welcome back. Well, there's more fallout from JonTron's supposedly racist debate with Destiny last week, whose name sounds like he's a black stripper by the way, but that's beyond the point. JonTron was slated to appear as a voice actor in the upcoming video game called Yooka, a spiritual successor to Nintendo's classic Banjo-Kazooie. I was actually looking forward to buying my own copy of the game. That was until they decided to drop JonTron from the game for no fucking reason. Let's take a look at the press release. JonTron is a talented video presenter who we were initially 2 years ago happy to include as a voice contributor in our game. Well, that's a nice start. However, in light of his recent personal viewpoints, we have made the decision to remove JonTron's inclusion in the game via a forthcoming content update. Well, that's where you're all wrong right there, Yooka. You shouldn't remove people from games because of their personal viewpoints. JonTron was on some stupid debate with Destiny, which sounds way more dramatic than it really is. It's really just a stupid, boring streamer on Twitch. What he said was not really a big deal, and even if it was, he wasn't speaking on the news or any kind of serious platform. It was some dumb streamer. We would like to make it absolutely clear that we do not endorse or support JonTron's personal viewpoints. Well, that's obvious. And that, as an external fan contributor, he does not represent Playtonic in any capacity, just like how any actor in a movie doesn't represent the studio. Most sane people understand this, and that's why you dropping JonTron is wholly unnecessary. Playtonic is a studio that celebrates diversity in all forms and strives to make games that everyone can enjoy. Everyone except JonTron and his fans, right? Or maybe just people that agree with JonTron, people that speak out. I don't know, he didn't say anything that bad. You throw diversity in there, but JonTron isn't anti-diversity. He didn't say anything racist. Did you watch the fucking debate? As such, we deeply regret any implied association that can make players feel anything but 100% comfortable in our game worlds, or distract from the incredible goodwill and love shown by our fans and Kickstarter backers. Funny they should end it there. Thanking their Kickstarter backers is pretty ironic since, following this announcement, many loyal JonTron fans, the ones smart enough to know he's not a fucking racist and he didn't really say anything wrong at all in that debate, well, those smarter, more level-headed fans, they are now asking for refunds from Yooka, which I think is totally fair since they used JonTron to sell the damn game for the last 2 years. Yooka shouldn't be surprised people want refunds for this. Half of them signed up because JonTron was in the game in the first place. The worst part here is the fact that John didn't do nothing wrong. For those of you who saw my video on their debate last week, it was pretty damn clear Destiny was the one being an asshole, and a bigot for that matter. He was just goading JonTron into saying something racist. Destiny was doing this whole debate to try and get attention, and it kinda worked, sadly. But what's good for Destiny here is bad for JonTron. Now, I'm not saying anyone should be punished for what they said in that debate, or any debate for that matter, and I don't think anyone should be losing sponsors or support for their political beliefs. But if anyone were to get in trouble for what they said, it should be fucking Destiny. He said far worse, far more controversial shit than anything JonTron said. He said all Japanese were racist for Christ's sake. He even has quotes online where he says incest isn't really wrong.
How do I explain to my daughter incest is wrong? Is it actually wrong? I don't know. This is a crazy fucking thing.
Yet he's still being put on Twitch's front page every day, and he's still got that stupid blue microphone logo on his streams all the time, which are pretty crappy microphones by the way. And this loser streams like 10 hours a day too. It's pretty sad. His shows are these long drawn out sessions of him playing League of Legends or some shit, and reading the incoherent chat. And then every so often he goes off on a left-wing SJW white guilt-ridden debate with someone, like he did with JonTron. And he actually had me on last week, but we'll get to that later. Right now, this has gone too far. I bet Yooka didn't even watch the fucking debate because I can't think of one thing JonTron said that was wrong or offensive. Destiny, on the other hand, said plenty. Aside from calling Japan the most racist country ever, Destiny also said communism was just some economic thing that's kind of writing off all those evil, murderous dictators. And there's more. Destiny actually had me onto his show following the release of my video about him last week. Most of it was pretty autistic to say the least. Destiny just tries to misrepresent everything you say. He did his usual gish galloping, rattling off all these studies and random facts. In fact, I think I whooped Destiny in this debate so bad, he didn't even want to post it on his YouTube. Little chicken shit. But I got a few clips here I want to show you guys, because he said some far worse things than anything JonTron said. I want you guys to take a look at what Destiny has to say about the police. Not those police.
So there are multiple studies that corroborate this evidence of unfairness in the penal system, right? A lot of people say that black people go to jail longer than white people, even if they commit the same crime, right? You believe that, right?
So this is Destiny and how he tries to frame you up. He says a lot of words and references some study you can't see. And then he does the old Cenk Uygur, right? I mean, I believe you sent me links that say that. I'm not sure, how accurate they are or whatnot. I'm not going to tag on to this. You know, you're trying to pin me to something. You're trying to
Yeah, I'm
you're
trying to
line
figure
me
out
up.
what your point is. I'm not trying to pin you down on anything you don't believe, dog. I'm just trying to figure out what you think. This is the majority of my conversation with JonTron. You keep saying I'm trying to pin people down, and it's very frustrating. I am. I'm trying to pin you down on what you think.
Okay. So at first he says he's not trying to pin me down, which, that sounds wrong now that I say it out loud. But by the end of that same sentence, he flips and says, yes, he's trying to pin down what I think. He talks so much he doesn't even know what he's saying. Destiny's biggest problem is he doesn't listen at all. He doesn't listen to who he's talking to or even himself. He just waits to speak, and then he says something outrageous and long-winded. And at the end, he tries to get you to agree with it.
And then you said, well, black people are more flagrant with their weed use, and they get pulled over for guns hanging out their pockets. That was your way to wave off all of that evidence. Do you think that's a misfair characterization of what you said?
Yeah. So you can see how Destiny has this way of rephrasing what you say to make you sound like an idiot. But don't worry, I was catching on, and I wasn't having any of it. I think in this case, it's probable that, black people are getting caught more with weed because they're, out in public smoking it more. And then white people, maybe in that example, are smoking more at home. It's not because cops are racist. What you're saying is that cops are racist and the judges are racist and the juries are racist, and that's not true.
Okay, so you are misfairly characterizing what I said. I did not say that every part is racist. I said that there are racial aspects to it. For instance, police disproportionately police black neighborhoods. This is something that has been shown.
That's probably because there's more crime in those neighborhoods. Sure, they happen to be black neighborhoods, but that doesn't mean the cops are racist and going there because they're black. That means the black neighborhoods have more crimes for the cops to go to. Not right.
Okay, what part do you disagree with on that?
Well, I don't think, this idea that the cops are racist and picking on the black people.
So I'm not saying that the cops are racist and picking on the
black.
Well,
then, okay. Then what are you saying? You're saying the cops go into these neighborhoods and they're going into black neighborhoods more and they're arresting black neighborhoods more or black people more. So what else would you call that? I mean, I say picking on or whatever you want to say. You're saying
sure,
that
they were
racist.
Targeting black. I'm not saying racist. I'm saying that they target black neighborhoods.
So that's racist.
Okay, sure.
That's
then
the same
they're
thing.
racist. Then they target black neighborhoods.
You see what he said right there? Destiny is saying that cops are racist who persecute blacks. That sounds pretty controversial to me. I'm with the cops. I'm down with the cops. Blue lives matter.
Down with the cops doing what? Disproportionately policing black neighborhoods?
No, protecting the cities, stopping murders, fighting crime. The cops are not racist.
Okay, then why?
So let me say this. Since you like to get people to commit to lines and ask them, like, will you say that cops are racist? Will you line up with that?
I don't think the majority of cops are racist, no.
Aw, look at him as he backs down like a docile little beta boy. Well, maybe you're not saying all cops are racist, Destiny, but you're certainly saying many cops are. And that's your reasoning for why blacks are getting arrested and jailed more. It's not the crimes they committed that got them in trouble. It's the racist cops.
Because it's possible to have racial policies that are implemented in such a way that that disproportionately favor a certain race without every single cog of that policy being racist, right? If this is coming down from a superintendent or from the mayor or some shit, that certain districts need to be policed more, that doesn't mean that every single cop is being policed.
What part of the system is racist?
I don't know. Whoever is the legislature passing these laws, the superintendent or the mayor or whatever, asking for certain districts to be enforced.
So it's the mayor. You think the mayor is racist?
It's possible. I'm not sure where exactly these policies originate from. It depends.
So is it all the mayors? Is it every mayor in every city? Or is it depend on the city?
It probably would depend on the city and the penal justice systems in each city, and depending on how they sentence people based on race. I guess I don't know. You'd have to go and look. So this is him copying out by not blaming the cops. He doesn't want to call the cops racist directly, even though that's what his theory is implying. Institutional racism suggests that cops are racist and picking on black people. So even though Destiny is implying cops are racist, right here he shifts the blame to superintendents and mayors. This is muddying the water, so you can't really pin him down on anything. It seems Destiny has been pinning guys down for so long that he's learned how to not be pinned himself. No homo. Okay, then I got you saying that mayors are racist. Boom. You didn't get me saying.
I'm just playing with you, man. I'm just playing with you.
Okay. Okay. What was the next point you wanted to go to?
And that, my friends, is the face of defeat. I myself tried to change the topic before, but Destiny refused. And now here he wants to move on because he lost. Destiny thinks that the disproportionate amount of crime in black communities is because of institutional racism. The cops are racist, the judges, the juries, even the mayors are racist. But here's the problem. Cops, judges, juries, and mayors are often minorities themselves. There are plenty of black cops, black judges, and black mayors out there. Are they being racist against their own race then? Or maybe, just maybe, more black people are getting arrested because more black people are committing crimes. I don't know about you, but if I was working at Blue Microphones or Twitch right now, I would have some bones to pick with Destiny. His strong opinions about cops and mayors being racist, that's far more offensive than anything JonTron ever said. I wouldn't fire Destiny or punish him or anything, but if anyone in the Destiny versus JonTron debate should get punished, it should be Destiny, not JonTron. What do you guys think? Should Yooka drop JonTron, or should Blue Microphones drop Destiny? Comment below, and thanks for watching No Bullshit. See y'all next time. Freedom! 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 One more way you can support the No Bullshit Show is buying our merch. We've got all kinds of shirts, mugs, white shirts, black shirts, hoodies, all kinds of cool stuff at our Teespring store. If you're looking for some swag, I definitely recommend checking it out. And all the proceeds go right back into the show so I can make more videos for you guys. Thanks so much for your time. Goodbye again.